Skippers. Today we are giving you late round gems for your fantasy baseball drafts. My ADPs are 199 and like 230. What about you, Jer?
I have like 240 and 126.
All right, so the people who complain that sleepers weren't deep enough, I understand. This is more for the people who don't really understand, and those are the guys you need to talk about. This is late round guys for all the drafts, so hopefully that makes you happy. 10K subs, we're getting closer. You guys are doing a great job. I'll beg if I have to, so next episode I might have to do that. Keep subscribing. Please join the Discord, all that fun stuff. Jeremy, your first late round gem.
Yeah, so this guy, I guess some of these won't even get drafted, but this guy will 100% be drafted just because of his position. And that's Dalton Varsho, ADP of 126. Is this the worst, I guess, depth catchers we've ever seen? It's bad.
I mean, I'm only 24. I haven't seen that much fantasy baseball in my life.
It seems so...
It seems thin. I agree.
It seems very thin. The way I see it is Varsho is like 10th to 12th round. And after that, I see a cliff. Kyber Ruiz and Mitch... I know you like Mitch Garver.
I do.
But he is going after him. Sneaky speed on Dalton Varsho. 6 stolen bases last year. The leader in steals for catchers was 13. Varsho could lead the MLB this year in steals. It's very realistic. He has 84th percentile speed.
Are you talking for a catcher or just in general?
In general.
Okay.
Surprising.
Yeah.
Surprising.
It'd be big odds on that one, but it could happen.
Yeah. So obviously the big thing is he plays the outfield too.
It's the best thing about him.
Which means he's going to get lots of ABs. And did you know that only 2 catchers last year qualified for the minimum?
Really?
Which is, I was kind of shocked to see that. And getting a catcher in the 10th to 12th round that has a good chance to qualify for the minimum. Varsho should get over 500 ABs this year.
In the spring, I'm pretty sure he's been hitting 1 and 4 against lefties and right. He might not be a switch hitter. Maybe I'm right or wrong about that, but I think he might be. He's been hitting at the top of the lineup. Him playing outfield is the best ever thing for your catcher position. Isaiah Kiner-Falefa, the same thing. A guy who had catcher eligibility but didn't play catcher. Catcher's not an easy position to play. Salvador Perez, what he did last year,
really
crazy. I don't think it could happen again, how much he played at the catcher position. But again, NL having the DH, Varsho should play a lot for a shitty team, top of the order, a lot of at-bats. Great opportunity there. I loved him last year. He didn't do what I wanted at the start of the year.
You projected that you thought potentially he was going to get the call. A lot of people were talking he was going to get
away. I thought he was going to get the call, but he didn't. But hey, here we are now, Dalton Varsho. Go get him.
Yeah.
All right, my first guy, Patrick Sandoval of the Angels, ADP of 199 last season, 3-6, 3.62 ERA, 121 WHIP, 94 strikeouts, only 87 innings pitched. He's the 3rd starter in the Angels rotation this season. There's 2 reasons that Patrick Sandoval is going this late. First, his control wasn't amazing, a 9.9% walk rate, which leads to an inflated whip, which people don't like when you're just looking at stats. And the second is that his fastball isn't a big pitch for him, so it's difficult for some fantasy players to kind of get behind him. Hey, he doesn't throw his fastball a lot and doesn't overpower people. But shut up. There's so much more reason to like Patrick Sandoval. He was in the midst of a breakup before he got a back injury that put him on the IL for the rest of the season. The underlying numbers are off the charts. Top 3% of the league in average exit velo against, 92nd percentile whiff rate. His expected ERA, expected batting average, expected slug, and barrel percent are all better than the 75th percentile. His changeup might be the best changeup in all of baseball, and people just don't know about him. It returns a 35.6 called strike and whiff percentage, which is the first best in baseball, 29.3% swing strike rate, first in the league, and a 140 average against, which is 3rd best in the league. And he throws it 31% of the times. Slider super underrated, 33.6 called strike whiff percentage. That's really good for any pitch. His fastball average is just 93.3 miles an hour, but I don't think that's that slow of a pitch for major league hitters. So they're not just going to start sitting on his changeup all the time, because if you sit changeup, you can hit that thing far. You're just saying, hey, this thing, a fastball coming at me at 84, like I'm going to hit the shit out of this. But 93, if he could use that up and then tunnel the changeup down, I think that could just take off for Patrick Sandoval this season. The upside is absolutely worth taking him late in your drafts. I'd be shocked. I would do bad things if he doesn't outperform his ADP. Put it in the comments what you want to see me do if Patrick Sandoval doesn't outperform his ADP. That is how confident I am in Patrick Sandoval.
So you're saying the most liked comment you'll do?
Within reason, yeah, I'll give it a shot. I said I would shave my head if Aaron Judge didn't get hurt last year. I won that one.
That one's still up for protest.
No, that is not. Okay, maybe up for protest. We'll go to the court for that one. All right, Your second guy, Jer.
So this is a roto play. A guy I really liked when he made the move from the Astros to the Guardians now, but that's Miles Straw with an ADP of 255. The good thing Avery and I were talking about this. The good thing about players who are good with one league format is their ADP is inflated because they're not good in points league, but they're good in roto. That's exactly Miles Straw. I mean, he went from getting no chance with the Astros. Obviously, that lineup was absurd. He goes to the Guardians. He's hitting one for the rest of the year. His average went from 262 to 285. His on-base percentage went from 339 to 363. So he was obviously better with the Guardians. He had 30 swipes last year. If you're looking for steals late in your draft, Miles Straw is a no-brainer. He has the potential to get over 90 runs also, which is huge because he had 86 last year and he was batting like 8 to 9 every time with the Astros for most of the year. So Miles Straw, also in OBP leagues, he's also, because obviously that on-base percentage of 363, 350, average out for the year, but Miles Straw is a great late round jam in roto leagues.
I think you need to find some steals late. That's the guy you're probably going for, and he's going to hit in front of Jose Ramirez, like you said. I don't really know their lineup, but it makes sense. He'd hit high in that lineup, hit in front of Jose Ramirez, chance for a lot of runs. You need to be a good on base guy if you're going to steal a lot of bases, right, to make you valuable. So Miles Straw does that. I don't think it's a horrible pick, Jer. We did fight about it a little bit.
Yeah. Well, you can talk about who you like. Do you like?
I said I liked Ahmed Rosario, but I was like, Miles Straw can kind of do all the same things too. I was just like, "What? Explain it to me why you like him." And you did that. And I was fine with that.
Appreciate that.
My second guy, I think this guy has unlimited upside, and that's Joe Adell, the Angels. Again, ADP of 228. Last season, it was okay. 246 average, 4 homers, 26 RBIs, 2 stolen bases. But this is what I do today. I log on to Joe Adell's Baseball Savant page, and my eyes just light up. There's only 2 things that show up. He didn't play that much, so only 2 metrics showed up. That was max exit velo and sprint speed, okay? Max exit velo, 89th percentile, and then sprint speed, 98th percentile. And as a fantasy baseball player, that should just get you going, like bricked up, ready to go Joe Adell. He's massive power. I guess just 4 home runs in those 35 games in the majors last year, but he had a ton in the minors. He was leading the minors in home runs throughout the season. His strikeout rate was down to 22.9% last year, but it was 41.7% in 2020. This is good for prospects. I was reading up on this on Fantasy Pros, and I agree. Like, you need to make changes. If you're not going to be good right away, something needs to change for you to get better. And Joe Adell did that. And as a top 15 prospect in baseball before he came up, the talent is obviously there, and Joe Adell made changes that we should all be excited about. Prospect growth isn't linear is what I read out from this article, so the mediocre performance shouldn't give you much like worry about him, but you're going to have to pay more than you think based on his stats just on this unlimited upside, and you need to be early on a player like Joe Adell than too late, right? If you're watching Joe Adell hit 310, 6 homers, 5 stolen bases in the first month, and you're like, oh, motherfucker, like, I wish I got that guy. These are guys are going so late, they might just be off your teams. That's what I just trying to tell you guys all the time. They just, late round people might not be on your teams in the first week. So don't worry about it. Take chances on really good players. Spring training has been crazy this season. OPS of 1.259, 3 homers, 7 RBIs, and 19 at-bats, and also 3 stolen bases. Power and speed is guys I want you in the first round, and you can get this guy way later who can return upside that's top 10 round worthy for a guy you're taking way later than that.
Yeah, I mean, he's not a nobody, so he's definitely going to get drafted late in drafts. And if he doesn't, then he's going to get picked up within the first week if he has a good week. So
think about if he hits 5 in that lineup too.
Yeah, right? They need to just give him a shot. He hasn't really been given a fair shot, like for the like, hey, you're just going to stick in this lineup, so go hit. But the guy's had pressure since he got drafted. Yeah. So Joe Adell.
Just think of that lineup. You got the 4 big guys: Shohei, Trout, Rendon, and Walt. Who am I thinking of? Walsh, okay. Jared Walsh, I don't know why he left me, but if Joe Adell ends up hitting 5 in this lineup, that is crazy.
That's a good lineup.
Pretty good lineup. They should just win games. Yeah. Well, imagine Mike Trout not making the playoffs all those years.
That'd be horrendous again.
All right, that's all I got. Please subscribe. Thank you for watching the video. Join the Cord. We will see you guys next time.